I had a high school football coach get let go because he punted a football into the audience in frustration.
High school football coach.
Yeah, he got so mad that he punted the football just straight into the crowd, and it was like a full crowd. And he also showed us his ass.
I think it was that. I don't think it was.
No. It was before.
I think they were like, "Hey, you punted a football," and then some kid was like, "Yeah, he also showed me his ass." They were like, "Oh God."
I don't know. He had issues. Hello and welcome to whatever the name of the show is.
Whatever the name of the show is.
This is it. This is the first episode. My name is Matt, and this podcast is an exploration of the things that get creative people excited to do creative work. That one felt good.
Love it.
Yes. I'm joined with my producer, EJ.
EJ Gomez.
We're going to have guests on here. We're going to talk with them about what they like to do in their free time, what got them excited to do, whatever it is that they love to do. And just like weird obsessions that they are into, whether that's like a YouTuber that is super into a certain book franchise, or, like a musician who loves gardening or something. I don't know what people do. Or like what's another profession?
Oh, another profession. Maybe a gardener.
you really picked from the closest thing.
I'm trying to.
Okay. Maybe a gardener that likes music.
Whoa.
Maybe like a gardener that likes to play the theremin.
I don't know what that is.
It's the machine where it like emits like waves.
I think you're making this up.
I
think you're making this up.
No,
you're making. Okay.
I'll show you what a theremin is.
All right.
In the break.
Okay.
Let's start off by we are going to have a guest today because that's how the format of podcasts works. That's how the format of podcasts work.
Yeah.
But yes, so EJ, tell me a little bit about yourself. What got you out to LA, what you like to do, and then maybe some inspirations for that kind of thing.
So I am originally from Houston, and basically I came out here a couple of times. I visited before.
I am listening. I'm sorry. I was trying to do that without breaking eye contact. It would have made it worse.
I had always wanted to move out here, and then when I, that was more of like a far-fetched dream. And then when I came and visited, I felt very much so like this was less of a dream and more of like this is a feasible thing that I can work towards. And then I got married, and then I moved out here.
And so what, like, you came out here to do writing, comedy?
I wanted to try my hand at everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know exactly in what way I was going to start, but I actually ended up starting doing podcast work for a couple of different podcasts that I've been helping out with, and I've met a lot of people, and I've learned a lot, and so I think that I've kind of got a better idea of the trajectory of where I want to go, and then in the coming years and whatnot, and so it's
nice.
It's a process though, because you have to go through the phase of like not knowing what work you're going to do.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if there's anybody that would hire you, but then you also need, to pay the bills, and you got to figure out if you can find work that's going to pay enough,
Yes.
all that. And so now I'm kind of in the place where I'm figuring it all out slowly.
Yes.
So it's been cool though. It's been nice.
What is it that made you interested in like creativity, or like what inspired you to be like, oh, I think I could do this?
So I love film. I really do love film, and the ability to evoke an emotion out of somebody else, like I think that is a really hard thing to do, and that's extremely fulfilling when you can do that.
Yes.
Right now it's more about figuring out what I can do and who I can meet and learn to build, I guess, myself and be more multifaceted. So I know how to do multiple things, not just be like, oh, I act.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
It's wonderful.
Appreciate it. Now, I would love to hear about yourself.
I guess I classify myself as a filmmaker, but I essentially I do comics, I do podcasts, I've done videos in which I wrote them, in which I was in them. I've acted. So I guess I'm just kind of under this umbrella of artist, which I think you're finding yourself as well.
Yeah.
And what got me into that is it was genuinely like Jurassic Park and
Really?
like Independence Day and Men in Black. And I was like, the way that these things make me feel,
Yeah.
I have got to find a way to do that to other people. And I just had so much fun seeing that stuff. And so when I was like 9, I was like, I really want a video camera. I want to make that stuff. And my mom bought me one at 10, and I've never stopped. I've never looked back.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm reminding you, pay that bill.
I don't know which bill, but all of them are unpaid.
I'm reminding
Alexa, stop. We have guests. So today we're going to have a guest, a friend of mine, Jack Dytrych. He was a Viner. I think he did Musically. He's a Gen Zer.
Oh, God.
So I'm always like, what the fuck does this mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do I get this to work?
Gen Z, has he got the hair?
He's got the hair.
Oh, my God.
He does comedy videos. He does photography. He's super into photography. But also, he's really into potatoes. Like
Potatoes?
potatoes, like the vegetables.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's into
He
it?
loves them. Let's get to it, I guess.
All right, I guess. Let's do it.
So you're gonna go over there.
Yeah,
In the
let me
producer
get out of
zone.
here. Okay.
We'll be right back with Jack Dytrych. No,
We're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like so we're not like here leaning, so I'm trying to get off a little bit.
We're trying to get off a little bit.
All right.
With the hammer?
Sensual hour.
Yeah, hammer got you off?
I
What's that
didn't
from?
like that joke
Really?
from Thor.
I loved it.
Welcome back. I'm here with Jack. EJ's over there in the hovel.
Hey, what's
in the
going on?
producer hole.
All right.
EJ, my boy.
Hey.
He doesn't know where his camera is. Your camera's right there. Perfect. Jack is the only one who said yes to an unestablished podcast. Jack is a friend of mine, and you were a Viner?
Yeah.
You were...
You were too.
I was. But we didn't know each other at Viner.
Mm-mm.
You have a radio show? You're still
Mhm.
doing it?
Yeah. Kiss FM.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah. Sunday nights.
Sunday nights. Oh, you're on nights now. You've always
Been
been.
nights, yeah.
I thought it was a morning thing.
Pretending like you've known what I've been doing.
What's that sound?
I also do sound effects. Add that
Oh,
to
hit
my
me with
stuff I do.
hit me with the sound of a tree crashing into a window. That was not bad.
Yeah.
You think? It probably sounds better in the mic too
I'm sure.
than it did real life.
Yeah, it sounds good though in here.
I used to like to do like a. Did you think you were? in a spooky night? Yeah.
Whoa.
He's got the headphones on,
Yeah.
so he's like, if he closed
Yeah.
his eyes, he'd be like,
I'm in a spooky night.
Spooky
It's a
night.
spooky night, or like a helicopter, like a. Yeah,
how'd
That
you
was
do
good.
that?
That was really good, honestly.
it's just that.
I can do this weird thing where I do like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know
heck
how I
was
do
that?
that. I don't know.
Can you twist your tongue
Like that,
like that?
or upside down.
Can't, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Some people can't do. Some people can't do that.
Some people can't do a lot of
Can
stuff.
you do that?
I am multi-talented. Yeah. You are also into photography now.
Yes. Love photography.
You're Jack Dytrych Photography at Instagram.com.
Jack TD Photography.
Why?
Because my last name's really difficult to spell. And people
Dytrych
have trouble with
Photography.
it. That my last name's in it then.
Juicy Photography.
I like
Probably
that.
taken. I haven't checked.
Juicy
though.
Pics.
Fair.
Instagram at Juicy Pics.
That could be good.
Change it to Juicy Pics right now.
All you got to take out is there's somebody named Vlad Popovici. That's Juicy Pics right now.
Man,
Popovici.
I'll contact him.
So Juicy Pics. So by the time this comes out, at Juicy Pics.
Yeah, if I get that guy's username.
Okay. How many followers?
I only had 84.
84?
84.
Damn.
You can get that for a song.
Let's see. His last post was October. Yeah, you're good. We'll take it from him.
I had at Matty Riri on Twitter, and then like I changed it for like a fucking week, and this Russian girl snuck
No
in.
way. That
Yeah.
happened to me.
She
When I
doesn't
changed
fucking
it
tweet anymore.
to Big Juicy Jack. That's my Twitter username. One of my followers took my JDTrick22, and then she's like not active anymore. And they're at the point where I was starting to work for Kiss FM, I was like, maybe I should change my Twitter username because Big Juicy Jack doesn't sound professional.
It does for a radio though. Like
I
it's
know.
literally the only place
know.
you could have that.
And I asked my boss, and he's like, "No, dude, leave it. I love it." So
Yeah,
I kept
he
it.
would.
But then also,
This is Big Juicy Jack coming back at you.
they say it. There's that voice
Do
that comes
they?
in before. He's like, "On 103.5, Big Juicy Jack, follow along."
That's a chill job. I
Yeah.
gotta get into.
Yeah,
Just
you actually have a
voice
good
on.
radio voice. I'm hearing it on here.
You do. You have a
Yeah.
deep,
Yeah.
Oh,
good voice.
this is about me now.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
nice
think I
voice.
have a good radio voice.
But
No,
you're
you
on the radio. Could I email them and get your job?
Probably. The only reason I got it was because of Vine. I have no radio experience or anything. They just wanted a social media guy to kind of come on air and have like a show. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Big Juicy Jack in the evenings.
It's called What's Social with Big Juicy
It's called
Jack.
What's Social with Big
Yeah.
Jack. Do you talk about social media stuff?
Mhm. Well, I
Ariana
talk about,
Grande,
like,
Pete
trending-
Davidson are engaged.
Dude, I'm going to talk about that on Sunday. I have to.
it's old news.
Is it
by
weekly or is it
It's every Sunday night.
every
so
Sunday
yeah, it's
night? Okay,
weekly.
got you.
8 to 10 p.m. Central Time.
then. Is it a Chicago thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
103.5 Kiss FM in Chicago.
Wow.
Been doing it for 4 years now.
103.5 in that vicinity, in the Chicago area.
Yeah, or you can listen on their website or in the iHeartMedia app.
And I do, Heart Media. What else? What else? So these are the things that you do, but what is getting you like, what's
Get me out of bed in the morning.
getting you out of bed in the morning?
There's this show. It's actually getting me into bed to watch it.
You better be careful because I think I know the premise of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It is, what's it called?
Not like that, but it's called, now it's called Hansen versus Predator. Before it was To Catch a Predator. Dude,
Is it the same show?
Yeah. It just ended a while ago, and they're bringing it back now.
For people who don't know what, what's the first one? To
Chris
Catch
Hansen.
a Predator. Chris
To Catch a
Hansen.
Predator.
It was on MSNBC or MSNBC,
Mhm.
and he might have been on actual NBC. I'm
Maybe.
sure at a time. He would work with law enforcement agencies who posed as like children
Yep.
to lure online predators into a location that essentially breached an actual attempt to
Mhm.
have a
To have
relationship
sex with a minor. And they're
yeah.
usually like 12 or 13.
There's
And they're usually like 30 to 40 years old. Sometimes they're like
God
60-year-olds. And they'll have like an actor who's actually 18 pretending to be a little
yeah,
kid.
I remember that
And-
weird thing.
And they're like, hey, come on in.
yeah.
And then they like go to the other room. Chris Hansen walks out.
And he goes, hello.
Yeah. And then the predators are like, oh my God.
I just want to say that I don't know if you can see it from here, but look at the shirts that they're selling for the brand.
Oh my god.
That's off their official Kickstarter. It's a
We'll
picture
throw
of
it on
him.
the thing, but there's a
Have a
shirt.
seat. He
that
says that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. He comes out with his fucking paper and he goes, have a seat.
They
Dude.
trademark.
And
that.
then they go,
Yeah. And they always try and lie about it. Like there's
Yeah.
one guy who's like,
well, what
a
is
math
your
teacher.
natural inclination if someone goes, hello?
It's creepy. And
So
they,
you love this show.
yeah, it's really interesting to watch.
Is it like a justice thing or is it just like done right or what's the...
For me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like a justice thing. Like I'm watching that, I'm like, yes, Chris Hansen, arrest that creepy guy.
Yeah, pervert. Okay.
And there was one that was really messed up because they searched the guy's car afterwards, and apparently he had a kill kit. That's what they call it, and it had like duct tape, like a gun and a knife, and a video camera. And
Oh my
I don't know if they were
God.
able to add that to the charge.
Oh
don't
man,
think
I'm
they
like
can add
sick
it
to
to
my
it.
stomach. That's
But
awful.
yeah, it's not like a show where you're like
This
feeling
is, yeah.
good. Like it's
But there
heavy.
is a weird thing about the show because like I remember in high school and like, did you see it when it originally aired or you
No,
catching
I've
it
just seen
later?
like clips on YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm a little older than you. I don't know, EJ, if you remember the show on
Yeah.
the. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
do.
remember like we would watch it and talk about it. Like, did you see this fucking weird one
Yeah.
last night? Like, and that's a little fucked up. Like this,
You're
like,
gossiping about.
yeah. I don't know, man. I
Maybe it
kind
makes
of.
us feel better about not being as wild as these sorts of people. You know, I feel like that's what
Yeah.
those TLC style shows.
Yeah,
that's why people
but I don't
watch
like
them.
those either. I don't know. Like, there's something that like bums me out to just like being reminded that that is in the world and is
Yeah,
exists.
and it's
I
obviously
thought one
so
of them.
common that they can they can catch a guy so like every time just by sending out.
Well, how far are these people traveling? Did they do it? Do they go to a bunch of different
I
cities?
think no, they stay in Connecticut. I want to say, it's always in like Connecticut.
Whoa.
So it's literally like a small town, and sometimes the predators are traveling like 2.5 hours to get to this little girl's house.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, that makes sense that that it's like a thing that like, I can't imagine it's the most accessible thing to be into. Like that's the easiest thing to be. So I'm imagining they're traveling all over. They don't have to like go places to find these guys.
They're not like, oh, she's not 5 minutes away, can't do it.
Right. Man, I hate that. I'm glad that you brought it up.
Yeah, man.
So you're super into this show. It looks like it's being kickstarted. There's some fucked up shit failed.
So I'm reading all of the comments, and apparently all the things that they said that you would get if you donated the Kickstarter, a lot of people didn't get their stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long ago did they get their funding?
So the last update was September 9th, 2016.
Yikes.
But then I'm reading the comments, and one guy put 3 years later, still waiting for that signed book. And then somebody else is like,
Oh,
you guys
no.
capitalized on a meme to swindle money while giving little to nothing in return.
Wow.
So,
Chris
I don't know.
Hansen.
But
Seems like
you
they might
could,
be predators as well.
Big Juicy Jack, you could donate $5,000 and you could be an executive producer on the show. I saw that a second ago. So
Wow.
you get the IMDb credit.
So
and
wait,
everything.
where do
you
you
guys
watch?
are gonna see that.
Where do you Where do you watch the show? Is it a show or is it on like YouTube or? What?
I've just seen clips on YouTube because usually it's like I'm sure it's a 30-minute episode.
Oh, you're just going for the fucking
Yeah.
catch.
So they'll have 13-minute clips of the catch. There's no
Yeah.
pre or like really end stuff. And if they're scamming people, I just want to say I'm watching on YouTube off of other accounts that are posting it, so I'm not supporting them scamming other people because I'm not giving them any money.
So you're stealing.
yeah.
So everybody's
stealing
fucking
from everyone.
Yeah,
It's-
you're
I'm a
stealing
Robin
from
Hood,
them,
I
they're
guess.
Catching those people. Okay, so that is. I hate that we talked about that. I want to get as far away from that as possible.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay. No, it's great. I'm not condoning it. There was always something so weird about that show.
It does kind of give you like an eerie feeling.
Yeah.
Because it is real life. It's not like some movie you're
Yeah.
watching where you're like, that's fake.
But there's
It's
also
real
something weird
people.
about him.
Why?
I don't know.
He seems kind of like soulless behind his eyes. I
Yeah.
think maybe it's just the fact that he's been dealing with pedophiles.
Maybe he's seen
before.
so much stuff.
That
he's
makes
like,
sense.
You just feel like kind of dead.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, after you meet and talk with all these people, you gotta be like,
Yeah.
you can't have like emotion with that.
Yeah, and you can't have like I can wonder what like the police that work in like the most fucked up crimes like unit, and they're seeing that every day.
Yeah.
I wonder what that does to
Like
someone.
doctors, they can't have emotions when they're performing surgeries and
Right,
like,
it's
people
just
die all
meat.
the time.
It's
It's
just a fucking bunch of meat.
yeah,
Mm.
it's tough.
And then they have to go tell that meat's family.
Hey, Big Juicy, let me ask you a question real quick.
Yes,
Potatoes, fruit or vegetables?
it's a vegetable.
Okay, just wondering.
right?
All right, continue.
Don't get me started on potatoes, my
one.
man.
1 out of 1.
1 out of 1 so far.
I love potatoes.
I heard.
Can I talk about potatoes a little bit?
Let's talk about some potatoes.
Okay, so I'm a huge fan of potatoes. I think they're incredible. But potatoes are so versatile. It's crazy because there's so many things that come from a potato, you know, like tater tots, french fries,
Uh-huh.
potato chips,
Yes.
mashed potatoes, baked potato.
Light
There's-
bulbs.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
power a light bulb.
Yeah. You can power a light bulb. You can the spud gun. You stick the little gun into the potato and it shoots out little spuds. You ever have one of those?
I know a potato gun. Is that different?
Potato gun where you stick it in potato?
No, a potato gun in which you put the potato in a cannon and you
Oh.
fire it.
Well, that too, but there's like a gun and you stick it into a potato and it just peels out like a little part of potato and you can like shoot someone with it.
Where do you shoot it from?
It's like a gun. So you're sticking a barrel into a potato and it cuts out a chunk.
Oh.
That's like
How
the
does it
potato
fire?
bullet.
What's the projectile?
Probably shoots like 2 feet. It's
Well,
like
wait,
it's a
how
kid's
how
toy.
how does it fire though? Like I
You
mean,
pull a trigger.
It's probably got some
could
sort
you
of...
get
Yeah, let's see if
an
we can
image of
figure
this,
out.
please? Because I
Spud gun. It's called a spud gun.
Oh, I've seen these.
You just shove it in a potato
do you pull it out?
and then you
So-
pull it out and it holds like a little chunk
Gotcha.
of
It's
potato.
Yeah,
it's
it's
cutting
make-
it
yeah,
up or
it's
something.
making
I
sense, yeah.
gotcha. All right, so you have potatoes.
So there's so much you can do with potatoes, and I don't think there's any food that is that versatile. Only other thing
I think
that's
you're
close
wrong.
is corn.
I like potatoes too. I'm not trying to fight you on it.
Jack, do you eat
Potatoes
them,
are
do you eat
more.
them raw ever?
Potatoes?
Yeah.
you ever
would
eat
you
a
eat it
potato raw?
No.
Would you like to?
I could try it. You can
Will
bring me
you?
out? Yeah.
We thought about it. Can
I'll
you
do
eat them
it.
raw? scientist.
Let me just say the first thing that pops up on here is avoid eating raw potatoes.
Oh,
so
well,
Why would
it
you
says you can
avoid
get
it?
away with munching on raw potatoes, but it's not great for your health. And then something down here says that it has anti-nutrients in there.
suck your bones dry.
So if you
All
want
right.
to eat one, let's do it.
We won't make him eat a potato.
I'll eat a potato.
Mm,
I'm gonna ask you.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask you random potato questions.
hit
So be
me
ready.
with your best
Okay.
spud.
Potatoes, are they alive when you eat them?
Yeah, because they can grow stuff on
Damn
the
it,
outside,
Jack,
right?
you're
Wow.
You've
genius.
seen potatoes. You
You're-
leave them out, they get that green stuff coming out.
He's like a Wikipedia page. Is exactly what it
For
says.
potatoes, yeah.
You're like a wick of potato. All right. Yeah, 2 out of 2. I don't know if you realize that we're quietly quizzing you about potatoes.
Yeah, bring it in.
You also mentioned the other day, you gave me a ride. You mentioned as I got out that you're playing a lot of tennis.
Yes.
What do you know about tennis?
Dude, not much. My friend was visiting in town, and we found out my apartment complex has 3 tennis courts, and I didn't even know about it.
Wow.
So we were like, let's play tennis. That could be fun. I thought I knew the rules for tennis, so I was like, yeah, these are the
It's
rules.
ping pong
Yeah, it's like ping
on
pong.
the ground. Yeah.
And we played for like 6 hours that day. The next day we played for like 6 hours again. It's really fun, and I'm super into tennis. I was watching like a bunch of compilations about like Roger Federer, dude. He is
Yeah.
so good.
He's still whacking him around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still whacking.
I'm super into tennis, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah, by the terminology that I use, you can tell.
We both got
It's-
really
he
into
looked
it.
at- what are you using a real scoring system, or are you doing like a volleyball ping pong rules?
We're using real scores, so 15, 30, 40.
Game.
Why is
that's winning by 2.
Why does it do that? Do you know? Why did they go by that system?
I don't know. It's also weird because it's 15, 30, 40.
Yeah,
Why
like
wouldn't it
wh-
be 45?
Yeah, and who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, just make it easier. Just
Well,
make it
I
1.2
give a shit now.
like
points.
first
so.
to 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, but then it's even more
and the weird
complicated.
fucked up terminology with like, oh, this isn't all, this is love.
That's
white people.
one. But yeah, it's really complicated.
But you
Some-
love how, because I played tennis like once, and it was a super intense workout because you're just not
Yeah, it's
stopping
good.
running. around.
Especially when you're on this side of the court, you got to run all the way back because that
For
guy
singles.
just spiked it on the
Yeah.
yeah. And like I love it, and I think I'm pretty good. I don't know, but like my friend and I, she's fucking off the tennis court, but
You gotta have, wait, you don't wear cleats, you wear tennis shoes. Never
Mhm.
mind. Sorry.
Hey Jack, let me ask you something real quick.
Yep.
Hit me
So
with your
if
best
you-
fact.
If you were to guess on
Uh-huh.
a potato, how much of a potato, percentage-wise, is water?
Ooh.
Now, is it? I'm gonna give you some options.
Okay,
alright?
thank you.
So, is it 20% water?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 50% water? Is it 70% water? Or is it 80% water?
80% water.
Damn it, Jack.
Yeah.
They
I've
are
heard
water
that somewhere.
filled.
Monster,
They're full of
okay.
water.
You could
Okay.
juice a potato.
You can juice a potato. It's like a milk. So he's achieved 3 out of what we would expect to be 5
Yeah.
Keep 'em coming, dude.
potato.
So far, I'm
fact.
honestly, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I mean,
Potato
you know
knowledge is
more
good.
about
Thanks,
potatoes
bro.
than I ever expected.
I'm a potato connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite type of potato?
Tater tots.
Now, here's the thing about tater tots.
Don't you
And-
say nothing mean about tater tots. I swear.
I was right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
You just spoiled your address, bro. You are gonna get people knocking down your door.
I'll bleep it
Apartment
out. I'll bleep it all out.
by the.
Whoa!
Now we're getting a better. Now we're triangulating where you're at.
Yeah, yeah. No, so that cafe, they used to sell hash browns, like cut up hash browns. Love it. That's how I want
Cut up?
like
Shredded.
shredded.
They're like taking
It's a form-
Patties,
it's a
cutting
form
it
of
up.
cut up. And then they started doing tater tots. And I'm like, hash browns, I could imagine them being made from scratch. I know how to make hash browns from scratch. Slice them up,
Yeah.
cut them up. They now are doing tater tots, and I'm like, well, I don't think you guys are making these from scratch.
So you think they sold out?
I think they sold out. I think they're buying frozen tater
Okay.
tots.
See, that makes sense. I'm not a fan of tater tots with breakfast food. I
neither.
love shredded hash browns.
Yes.
And I also love the hash brown patties.
From like a
Like
McDonald's.
but Trader Joe's has this
Yeah.
pack of them, and dude, they're great.
You got a potato. I think
Yeah,
we
I
have
got one,
another
I got
potato
one, I got
bite.
one, all right.
Yeah.
Don't look over here. Don't look at the camera. Or look at the screen. All right.
Look at the camera.
You can look at the camera. All right. So, potatoes. Were
Uh-huh.
they first grown or cultivated in A, Ireland, B, Scotland,
Mm.
C, North America, or D, South America?
I think I have an answer.
That is tough.
This is a good one.
Because it feels like a trick.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Scotland.
Okay,
Yeah.
guess what, boys? South America.
Oh!
Says many people
The one we
assume
had talked
potatoes
about.
are Irish or come from Idaho. While they grow in both places, the Inca Indians of Peru were the first to cultivate potatoes around 8000 BC.
Wow. 8000 BC.
Okay.
That was before Christ.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
3 out of
dude.
4. 3 out
That's
of 4.
Going downhill. I could end this with a 65%.
The best you could do right now is an 80%.
Got it.
You're only asked 5 questions.
Dude, another
Get your
food
finger out of my
fact.
fucking face.
He loves his personal space.
I do.
Can't touch him.
That's one of my obsessions, is just not being touched and not having things near my orifices.
But another food fact. Where do you think mozzarella sticks come from? I'm not even going to give you options.
Oh.
But where would you assume they're from?
Sicily.
You think Italy?
Sicily. No, mozzarella sticks? Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, probably North
Some
America.
fucked up-
That
that's some
seems like
fucked
one of
up-
the American things to do.
Yeah, white people
France.
shit.
What?
Oh.
Before pizza was even invented.
What?
Way back in
Oh.
the day, they would fry cheese in like deep fryer. I don't know.
That's where they extend the knowledge. Really takes it
I don't
over.
know how they made it, but I think it was like gargonzola and stuff. But they would fry cheese, and they started fried mozzarella, which I
Wow.
love.
Mozzarella.
Now here we go.
Oh.
This is a tough one.
Hit me with your best fact.
What country is the world's largest potato producer?
I know it.
You talked big game earlier. You said don't give me
Oh, I
options. I'm
know
not giving you
it.
an
That's
option.
toughy.
U.S. of A. Or
That's
Canada.
What I was gonna say.
You think
Whoa,
USA?
I was gonna say the U.S. of A.
All right, both of you are wrong. It's China.
Why would China be the biggest manufacturer of potatoes?
They are the biggest manufacturer of almost everything.
That
Why
is
not?
true.
They're the most
Potato.
people, right?
So you got a 60%, which does qualify you for
For
a prize.
what prize?
You get to leave the podcast. Jack Dytrych, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me,
It's
man.
been a weird one. Where can people can find you at Juicy Pics on Instagram?
Juicy Pics on Instagram.
And where else?
My personal Instagram's JDTrick22.
Whoa.
Twitter, Big Juicy Jack.
And then on the radio,
103.5kissfm.com or get the iHeart Radio app
oh,
and type in 103.5 Kiss FM. You can hear me there Sunday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time.
oh. Interesting things we found out about the show that I didn't know existed. We found out we might be playing tennis with him.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Could happen as soon as tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think we're getting a little closer to figuring out what the hell this show is.
There's a seed there that we need
There's
to water and let it grow.
And I believe germinate is
Yeah.
the term and
Oh.
seed growing.
Yeah.
Please join us next week. This will be a fun experiment, a fun chance to talk with people in a way that we don't get to talk to them just in a regular fashion. Or talk to people in a way that we don't see them get to talk because of their forward-facing personality.
Yeah. Peel back, the layers of their personality.
Peel back the
See what
layers.
they're about.
See what's under those layers.
Yeah, you never know.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do.
Might find something you don't like or you do like.
Yeah, what if we found out something we don't like?
Maybe just cut the show.
Oh, sure.
I'd be like, all right, this is good.
Thank you for listening. You can hear us on, you're listening to it. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to youtube.com/MattyRiri. If you want to hear just the audio version of it, you'll search the name below on the iTunes.
Yeah.
And
The podcast app.
send us an email. Tell us who you want us to have on here, who you would like. Send us a question for next week's guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then follow EJ Gomez
At
on
EJ Gomez on Twitter and Instagram.
great, and at Matty_Riri on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We will see you next week.